right after I lost my virginity to the man girl. If anyone who hasn't seen that video, I'll put the annotation on the screen really fast. Right after I lost my virginity, my mom moved me and my family straight into the suburbs of Ohio, a place called Parmatown. Parmatown was like the widest, most suburban part of Cleveland, Ohio. My first day at school, I remember it very vividly. The principal was taking me around, introducing me to teachers and students and faculty members. Now, when she's taking me around, whenever she would introduce me to one of these new people, they would stick their hand out. Me coming from the ghettos, I wasn't used to no shaking no hands. We dap, we slap hands, and we do the Dougie. This shit was awkward. So like to all the people, they would throw their hand out there. I would just look at it, look back at them. Nah, I'm not with the whole, shaking hand thing. But hey, man, nice to meet you, So going to school in this school and living in that area was fucking awesome. Because just the simple fact that I was black, these people treated me like I was Mewtwo off up in this bitch. Like I was the rarest fucking Pokemon of them all. So much so that I remember on my first day, I was kicking with like the least weird of all the people that the principal had introduced me to. And this motherfucker just offers me his lunch money. Like, hey, yo, man, you want to buy something for lunch? And of course, me, I'm not going to say no. I'm like, oh, okay. When I get into the lunchroom, that day alone, 6 kids gave me their lunch money. One dude gave me his freaking headphones and his CD player. And I didn't even ask. I don't know why. Every day I would go to that school, people would just give me shit. Now, there was only one other black dude in that entire school, which is probably why they treated us like freaking kings. I'm talking women would legitimately throw themselves at me. Of course, me being as atrocious with females as I was at that age, I fucked all of them up. I fucked it all up. Like, I remember one girl took me into the back stairway where no one ever went in the morning, like 20 minutes before we were meant to go have breakfast. She was trying to smash, and I was nervous, confused. I didn't know what was going on. So all of the girls that threw themselves at me, and there was a ton of them, I fucked all of that shit up. But anything I would ask for, people would just give it to me. Like, I would be walking around, I would see some people playing with some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Hey man, let me have those. And dude would just freaking give them to me. Since I was black, they thought that if they didn't give me their stuff, that I would just beat them up. Because that's all they knew about black culture, was that black people were good at sports, were extremely violent, and were like good dancers and shit, which really fucked up. I was like 2 out of 3. I was good at dancing, I was really good at sports, but I wasn't good at violence. So what's really funny is because of my skin color, I was immediately adopted into the coolest and most popular kids clique. The dude who ran that entire clique, he had his own car, which was unheard of for a kid in high school. He had his own house with his dad, but he basically ran the freaking house, and he basically had all the most beautiful women in the freaking school. What's really funny is, I came into his clique and I remember him telling me if he had problems with some kid in school, he would give me like $50 to beat the dude up if I was gonna kick it with him in his clique. Of course I said yeah, figuring there's never any violence or anything in this freaking school. I remember the funniest thing I ever witnessed while going to this school. Okay, now we had gym, and in gym, we were supposed to play basketball. One day, one of the higher ranking guys in our popular kids clique, who was actually a pretty buff, pretty well-built white kid, he got into it with this other white kid in the gym. Since they couldn't have it out there on the gym floor, once we got into the locker room, we're all dressing and getting ready to go to our different classes, and him and this guy start heatedly freaking arguing. Now, this is the type of arguing as to where it's based on my bad school experiences. This is clearly a freaking fight. So I immediately jump up, man, throw my clothes, and I go, and everyone institutes a huge circle around these two guys, man. The white buff dude who was in our clique, we're gonna call him Brian. and we're gonna call the other guy fucking other guy. I don't know. So Brandon and the other guy are in the middle of the circle and they're just yelling at each other. Now me, I'm used to violence, man. I want to see a fight. Bite his ear, kick him in the balls, throw something at him. Come on, baby, get it popping, man. We only got 5 minutes until the bell fucking rings. Do something. Brian keeps looking at us for confirmation that he's supposed to fight this guy, even though he's the one in the middle throwing his hands up, flailing and screaming at the kid. Every time he looks at me, I'm like, dog, what are you doing? Punch him in the face, fucking do something. And you can see the look on Brian's face is basically communicating that, like, oh my God, I didn't know there were so many people that I knew here. I might actually have to fight this dude, right? So this is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I guess the other dude gets some balls about him, right? And he charges Brian. Brian grabs him around his waist. And these motherfuckers, I shit you not, they start hugging. I can't even tell what they're doing. Everyone who's in the circle is just screaming like this is a real fight. Like, this is the most violent fight they've seen in their entire lives. And I'm just sitting there, I feel cheated. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've seen like 7 or 8 people nearly killed in my school from regular fist fights. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, fucking hit him in the face. What the fuck are you doing, man? Fucking do something, man. And Brian, he hears me and he looks at me and he sees that I'm disappointed in him because to Brian, I'm an influential person in the school, right? I'm someone he wants to impress because I'm black. So he grips him around the waist a bit harder, picks him up and just drops him, right? But when he drops him, he goes down with him and lands on top of the guy, right? Now this would be the part where in the ghetto school, the dude would lock his hips in on the guy, pin him down with one arm, and just start blasting the guy in the freaking face, right? Maybe even both hands, right? Like, it's about to get bloody and nasty up in this shit, right? No bullshit, Brian leans down and starts hugging the guy. I swear to God, just like in all the movies, if you've ever seen a movie where 2 people get into a fight and these niggas is hugging around on the ground and rolling around back and forth while making fighting sounds like, that's what they're doing. And no bullshit. This entire time, everyone in the circle is screaming like this is the most violent fight they've ever seen in their fucking lives. They're like, you think this was Fight Club, the way these people were screaming? Like, when Brad Pitt was in the middle kicking the shit out of the blonde-haired dude and screwed his entire freaking face up, you think this was that fight? Like, these people are screaming. These people are in a complete uproar. I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, man, this ain't no fucking fight, dog. That is 100% sex right there. This ain't no fight. The fuck? I guess the gym teacher heard all the damned commotion that was going on, and he comes into the gym, and he runs into the middle, and he sees this happening, and he just flips his fucking wig, and he starts shoving kids out of the way like this is a real emergency, runs to the middle, grabs Brian off the kid, and he starts yelling, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is not mixed martial arts. You motherfuckers do not fucking kill each other, not in my gym. You get the showers, you get dressed, and you get to your next fucking classes before I write all of you motherfuckers up. Now, I feel fucking cheated, okay? I'm mad. All this goddamn time you had to fight this dude, and all you did was roll on the ground and hug with this motherfucker? Like, for real? No bullshit. I'm standing there, and there's like 3 or 4 of us who are in the clique. They're high-fiving each other. Yeah, bro. All right, did you see him kick the shit out of that guy? He fucked him up. That's how we fucking do in Parmatown, baby. We out here. Wu-Tang. Brian goes up to the other 4 guys and he gets high fives and pats on the back from all of them like he did an exceptionally awesome job kicking the shit out of this dude, right? I'm just standing there, man. I got my look of disappointment on and shit. Dude walks up to me and I'll never forget what he says. He's like, Dude, did you see that? Did you see me not kick the shit out of that guy right there? Oh my God, I can't believe this. I don't know, he just said something I didn't like, and I just went fucking crazy on him, dude. I've never felt so exhilarated. Oh my God, man. Yo, I don't know how that guy's walking. Did you see? You saw that, right? I didn't want to burst his bubble in front of all the other people there. I mean, this would be the point where I would lie and say I didn't high five him. You know, I like said something dumb to him or something. I didn't. I high five. I gave it to him. You know, I was like, man, that's the most pathetic shit I ever seen in my life. I said that in my mind. I didn't say it to him. You know, I just high fived this motherfucker. You know, did the thing that black people do when they don't really agree with you, but you know they don't want to like let you know that they don't agree with you. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, good job, bro. Yeah, you good job. Alright, man, if you guys enjoyed the story, man, make sure to like, comment, and if you already haven't, if you're brand new to the channel, man, make sure to motherfucking subscribe. I have tons of these crazy ass stories of dumb, weird, and just plain not normal shit that happened to me or I saw when I was a kid, man. Until next time, man, as always, BHD up out of this bitch. Oh shit, man. Almost beat me up, and then she would storm off, and I would just sit there like, oh my God, she talked to me. And just starts punching the guy's legs in. What's really funny is